Hey everybody, Kevin Twit, founder of Indelible Grace, and I'm here with my buddy Chandler Wells, who just graduated from Belmont, well, over a year ago.
Yeah, a little over a year ago.
Almost 2 years now. And I was going to get him to talk about the horn parts on Let Us Love and Sing and Wonder, because he's the guy that did that arrangement for us. Tell us about where you came from and how you ended up getting involved in RUF at Belmont.
Yeah, so I came from Oregon originally to Belmont, so everything was new, everybody was new to me, and I think Ford Chittin was the one that told me about RUF, and he brought me there, and that was like middle of October, I think, of my freshman year, so 2019, and since then I loved RUF, and I loved being a part of it. The community was great. So.
Chandler's very typical of Belmont students these days, and I think a lot of college students. How many different instruments do you play?
Play piano, play drums.
Sing a little?
Yeah, and I sing a little bit, yeah.
Yep, and arrange. And was it a film composition, or?
Yeah, film was like what got me started into arranging and like orchestra, or using the orchestra like a storyteller and all of that. I love the movie Interstellar, and that really got me into that. Mm-hmm. And since then I was like, whoa, I need to learn about the orchestra and learn how to write with that.
Yeah, it's awesome. So you've also played drums for years at conferences, and we were just talking about like, when did we actually work up this little arrangement? And I was thinking it was just for the hymn sing, but you reminded me that you actually came over here, probably April or early May, before summer conference, because you were going to play drums at summer conference that year. And we sat down here at this very piano that my wife inherited from her grandmother, and kind of I sang you some little ideas, and then you kind of went away and worked on it. And I think we'd already decided we were going to do that modulation and the stop time and all that kind of stuff. And so tell me about like how you approached that.
Yeah, well, I remember that we took like a recording, I think, here, and I just listened to that recording. I was like, all right, these are the rhythms for this section that I like. This is what I know we're doing, and then I just kind of listened to the chords that you gave me, and I harmonized and chose the voicings of each instrument that we had from there, and that's kind of all there was to it.
And the cool thing is at RUF Summer Conference, we actually have had a horn section for a number of years now. I had a guy, Jacob Haymans, who had written out the horn parts for a couple of the songs. He's also a Belmont grad before Chandler. And he was able to come play in the Memphis hymn sing, kind of led the section. But then the summer that you were talking about when you wrote this arrangement, and then we first debuted it at Summer Conference, Harper, who also plays pedal steel and banjo, but was playing alto sax. That's how those all go together, I don't know. But he was at Summer Conference playing alto, and then pedal steel and the songs that weren't horn songs. And then this kid, Rick Browning, whose dad, Robert, is a pastor at Independent Pres in Memphis and was one of the guys helping organize the whole General Assembly and the concert. He had played trumpet with us a few years at Summer Conference. So Harper and Rick had already played these songs at Summer Conference before they came to do them at the hymn sing in Memphis. And then Rick found a trombone guy who ended up being really great. And we got Jacob Haymans to come over from Nashville. He had went and done his master's in trumpet. So pretty good. I was amazed. I really was not sure that the horn section was going to work good enough for a recording, because a lot of times when you do live recordings, you do multiple nights, record them. We had one night, one song, and one time through the song, and the horns are going to bleed into all the other mics. So if they screw up, we're not going to be able to like replace them. And especially, it was very risky, I think, for us to do a modulation because that meant we had even less versions of them playing in the higher key, even if we did cut and paste a little bit. But they pulled it off. They were backstage doing it over and over and over and over again. You couldn't be there, unfortunately, but I remember getting to play it for you the first time, and you were like, yeah. Especially when it harmonizes on the second time through, you add that trombone. Talk about that. That was kind of a really cool thing you did.
Yeah, I mean, I love harmony, and I was just like, I know that I think the second time through, I was like, well, we got to build the song, we got to put more energy into it, and harmony always adds energy. And so I was just like, well, let's just, I had just, right before I wrote this, I had written, or I was in an arrangement class at Belmont, and we did like jazz arrangements. So I just had like in my mind like how to write for trombone and trumpet and saxophone, which is exactly, it was very great timing. So that was like fresh in my memory, and I was like, oh, all right, I just know the trombone needs to go down here, and this harmony will sound fine.
Just spread out,
Yeah.
Just opens up. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I love what you did, and I'm so thankful you were able to do that. Thanks for letting me capture you here for a few minutes while you popped over.
Of course.
And hope people will continue to enjoy the project. We're going to put the horn parts up on the Indelible Grace hymn book site very soon.
Let's go.